Hello, welcome to Witchery. So I'm going to start off by got some iron here. So we'll make some iron bars here and put them in like this and like this, and that's going to get us a witch's oven, which is the first item that we're actually going to need. And we can actually get a book about this called Witchcraft Collecting Fumes. So we look at the recipe for that. We can see we just need a book, an ink sac, a feather, belladonna flower. There's 4 types of flowers. There's a belladonna, a snowbell, mandrake, and water artichoke. So we can get that, and this will give us a little a booklet, and we can see in the booklet that if we use oak basically gets us XL of the horned one. And we put a clay jar, so we need to get in. So you need to have some clay as well. You basically make this unfired soft clay jar with which is just 4 clay balls, and then you cook it, and then you get the jar. So you put the you basically just put the you put the jar in there like that, and then you just put like a sapling in here, and then that will get you a chance. And you also get this wood ash as well, this stuff as well. So you can see the hint of rebirth, that's going to come from a spruce, and the birch is going to give you breath of the goddess. Now that was actually from a jungle, but you get foul fume from a load of them, but yeah, from the birch you do get this breath of the goddess. So you'll probably get a load of that sort of stuff. So you'll have like things like breath of the goddess, foul fume, hint of rebirth, exhale of the horned one. So like I say, exhale of the horned one from the oak, breath of the goddess from the birch, and the hint of rebirth from the spruce. So they're just a few things you want to collect early on. The next thing you want to do is you need to make a cauldron, and I've completely forgotten how to make a cauldron. That is a chest plate. That is a pair of hands. There we go. So you make a cauldron as normal. And then what you want to do is you want to just get, I think it's just like this, one of each seed will get you some anointing paste. And there's also a book for this called Witches Brews. So you look at that and see, you just need some another ink sac, feather, and a book will get you the Witches Brew. And you just put your cauldron on. That's not going to go, is it? I haven't got any book. Oh, actually, well, that's not the best one. I'll just use iron bars, I guess. Just put your cauldron on top here, and then if you've got your anointing paste here, you can actually convert it into the witch's cauldron. Okay, so that's all. That's good. So yeah, so that's basically how you might want to start, and that's basically how you start. Yeah. And so that's good. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to get something called mutandis, because if you noticed in the collecting fumes book, I didn't. Yeah, and another thing that she didn't mention is you can also cook pork chops in here, and also you can put in some fish there. So that will do that as well. And so yeah, so yes, we've got a lot of wood ash, and so we managed to get these 3 at the top here: the exhale, the horns on the breath of the goddess, and hint of rebirth. But we didn't get the rowan, the hawthorn on the alder one. The reason for that is we don't have any mutandis. So if we look at the recipe for mutandis, we can see that we need to get some mandrake root, which obviously mandrake, exhale the horn on, which obviously we got, and an egg. So I've got an egg in here. I've got exhale the horned one, and we've got some mandrake root. Alright, so let's take a bucket. I should just be able to get that like that, yep. And fill that in. I wonder if we can just get this stuff in here. Let's have a look, see if we can just chuck it in. What we missed? Often you need to be standing like just a bit higher, don't you? I'm not sure if this is actually full enough, so I guess we'll just make sure it's full. Looks good. Alright, so we'll throw in these things then. We've got the egg. Oh, the egg cell, the horned one goes in first, I guess. Get some swirly effects. And there we go, we've got 6 mutandis out of that. So yeah, so once you've got some mutandis, that's good. Because what it means is you can actually transmute certain things in the ground. So you can see that when I right click the mutandis there, it turned into a spruce sapling. There we've got an alder sapling. There's grass again. We've also got some Spanish moss here. Grass. Okay, so we need to do this a bit more. So we've got a lily pad there. There's a rowan sapling, dandelion, dark oak, alder, mushroom, birch sapling, mushroom, glintweed, and a hawthorn sapling. Alright, cool. So that's basically everything that we can get. So yeah, so as you can see, so we can get the glintweed. I believe actually you can also get ember moss. I think that may be one that I actually just missed. Spanish moss, glintweed, poppy, ember moss. Alright, so you can see that with that concoction we can get, let's just go through that one more time. With ember moss, the glintweed, obviously the hawthorn sapling, the alder sapling. Obviously I won't get the vanilla stuff, there's no point. The rowan sapling, the Spanish moss. Was there another type of moss? I don't think so actually. So I think that is basically most of the stuff. That's all the stuff we can get, right? So that's what we do with the. Now let's just there's actually one more thing that I wanted to mention at this juncture. As if we get shears, this is the way that we actually would harvest the both the ember moss and the Spanish moss. Yeah, I think yeah. So the ember moss is here. So yeah, so if we did have the moss here, let's just have a look. Once we break it with our hand, you can see we don't get anything. If we you can see if we do that, we actually get it. And the same with the ember moss, don't get anything. But if we shear it, we're going to get it, right? So that's cool. Okay, so then what we could do perhaps is we could take some of this stuff out. So we've got the hawthorn sapling here, got the alder sapling here, and we've also got the rowan sapling as well. So if we look back in our, if we recall back in our collecting fumes book here, you can see this way we're going to be able to get the whiff of magic, the whiff of magic from the rowan, the odour of purity from the hawthorn, and the reek of misfortune from the alder.